Hey guys, welcome to The Sports Entertainer. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you never miss out on any of our videos. Our first wrestling news story of the day is Liv Morgan leaving WWE for major movie role. Now, Liv Morgan has had one of the biggest career resurgences in WWE over the past year, with Liv having a fantastic run as the Women's World Champion, and has been back to dominating the Women's Tag Team division with Raquel Rodriguez. And while the two ended up losing their titles to Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria at WrestleMania 41, they weren't without the titles for more than a couple of days, as Liv and Raquel reclaimed the Women's Tag Team Championships on the special Raw After WrestleMania episode, marking their fourth run together with the tag titles. However, while it seemed like Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez were ready to kickstart another run with those championships following last week's episode of Raw, things have unfortunately changed, because Liv Morgan revealed last night on Raw that she's taking time off from WWE to star in a major upcoming movie, and while some speculated that it could be a big role in a superhero movie, like Avengers Doomsday or something of that nature, sources have confirmed that Liv's role is said to be one of the most impressive gets imaginable, with this project being compared to critically acclaimed Oscar-winning movies, so this is a big opportunity for Liv Morgan, who could very well become Hollywood's next breakout star. Now, Liv Morgan taking a hiatus or break from WWE has called into question what exactly the company are going to be doing about Liv's and Raquel's run as the Women's Tag Team Champions, especially if Liv Morgan is going to be missing a significant amount of TV time. Some are speculating about Liv Morgan and Raquel vacating their newly won Women's Tag Team titles due to the fact that they won't be able to defend them given Liv's absence. And one of our sources has reported that WWE are currently weighing two options when it comes to Liv Morgan. The first option is that WWE will find a replacement tag team partner for Raquel Rodriguez during Liv Morgan's time away from WWE to film this movie, meaning that Raquel wouldn't have to give up the titles and could continue the reign with a different partner. However, there is also reportedly consideration behind the scenes right now to have Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez vacate the titles, and that in the meantime Raquel would just be focusing on her involvement with the Judgment Day faction and the storylines within the group, and put her tag team aspirations on hold until Liv Morgan returns from filming this movie. Right now it's unknown which direction WWE will go, but there is a good chance that Liv and Raquel will be giving up or vacating the titles in the coming days. Roman Reigns reveals his new Wiseman is Rikishi. Now, there has been absolute chaos in WWE ever since the main event of Night One of WrestleMania concluded, that being the triple threat match between bitter rivals Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk, because the chaos began when Paul Heyman betrayed both Roman Reigns and CM Punk for Seth Rollins, aligning with the Visionary to help Seth secure the massive win. And then on the Raw after WrestleMania last week, Seth Rollins revealed a shocking new alliance with Bron Breakker, creating a faction that so far consists of Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker, and Paul Heyman. Both Roman Reigns and CM Punk have been at a loss for words when it comes to Paul Heyman's betrayal, especially the YTC Roman Reigns, but for any fans who simply expect Roman Reigns to sit around and let Seth Rollins take over WWE with his new Wiseman Paul Heyman, think again, because Roman is reportedly already strategizing his next move to get payback and revenge against not only Paul Heyman, who betrayed him in the worst way at WrestleMania, but Seth Rollins as well, with Reigns going to prove to Seth that he will never be the guy in WWE as long as he's around. There is a new backstage rumor suggesting that Triple H and WWE are planning for Roman Reigns to reveal a new Wiseman in the coming weeks on SmackDown, replacing Paul Heyman, who had betrayed him, and from what rumors indicate, WWE have considered two major names to become Roman Reigns' new wise man, with the two names being Eric Bischoff and Roman's real-life cousin Rikishi. There is currently speculation that Triple H has decided on Rikishi being Roman Reigns' new wise man, with the sentiment behind the scenes being that many within WWE's creative feel the story writes itself and makes a lot more storyline sense than Eric Bischoff becoming Roman's new wise man. So the current breaking rumor is that Rikishi will soon be returning to WWE and being announced by Roman Reigns himself as his new wise man, the secret weapon that Roman has up his sleeves to shockingly reveal very soon. We have heard reports that Rikishi has wanted to make an on-screen return to WWE for quite some time, and it had previously been discussed in creative for Rikishi to have returned a couple of years ago to get involved with the Bloodline drama, but that never happened because of WWE changing their plans. But it appears as though Rikishi will finally be getting the return he's wanted, and now the storyline he's reportedly coming back for is going to be a long-term thing, and not any sort of a one-off appearance. If these rumors are true, Rikishi is going to be Roman Reigns' Wiseman, which means he'll be featured on TV whenever Roman Reigns appears. We're very happy to hear the news of Rikishi reportedly coming back to WWE, and let us know down in the comment section below if you guys feel Rikishi is a good choice for Roman Reigns' new Wiseman, or would you have preferred Eric Bischoff getting put in this role over Rikishi? Sound off in the comment section below. Roxan, Perez, and Julia moved to WWE main roster. Now, NXT's Roxanne, Perez, and Julia have made 2 consecutive appearances on Monday Night Raw following WrestleMania 41, which led a lot of fans to speculate if Triple H was planning on having these 2 major women's division stars move from NXT to the main roster, and according to one of our sources, that's exactly what has happened. We have been told that Triple H plans for Julia and Roxanne Perez to work as a tag team on Monday Night Raw for the foreseeable future following their main roster call-up, hence why we're heading towards a clash between Julia and Roxanne against Rhea Ripley and Women's World Champion Io Sky. For how long Roxanne and Julia are going to be paired up remains a mystery, but with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez quite possibly vacating the Women's Tag Team Championships due to Liv taking time off to film a big movie, there is speculation that Roxanne, Perez, and Julia are going to be getting their hands on those titles very soon, and having a run together as tag team champions before either star gets a big singles push on the main roster. Rey Mysterio removed from WWE due to injury. Now, Rey Mysterio has been out of action since WrestleMania 41, where he unfortunately had to miss out on a big WrestleMania opportunity after pulling out of his match with El Grande Americano, and according to one of our sources, Rey Mysterio is going to be missing up to 6 months of television time due to his injury, a torn abductor. Rey reportedly requires immediate surgery for this injury, and he has been moved to the inactive list on the internal roster sheet within WWE as a result. This is truly unfortunate news that Rey Mysterio has once again been forced to the sidelines in WWE due to an injury, but all we can hope for now is that his surgery goes well, and he's able to return to WWE before year's end, which is certainly quite possible. We have been told that WWE have essentially put a halt to the storyline between El Grande Americano and Rey Mysterio, and when Rey does return to WWE later this year in the fall, the storyline with El Grande Americano isn't apparently going to continue, and the company instead will have other plans lined up for Rey when he returns.